welcome to PA Harness Week, racing's fastest paced half hour. We are the one and only program completely dedicated to the sport of harness racing right here in the beautiful Keystone State. I am your host, Britt Purdy, joined by a very summery Heather Vitale today.
Thank you so much. You know, it's the beginning of August, and I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but it is National Happiness Happens Month. Yes, I know. So the next half an hour, I'm pretty sure is going to make me very happy.
Absolutely. Well, we've got a lot of things that are going to put a smile on harness racing fans' faces. On today's show, we've got some big-time horses to show you, like Crystal Fashion, Char 10, and the veteran Lucen Hanover. Plus, driver Anthony Napolitano hits a big old milestone. And if you want to be a wager warrior, we've got a program for you. We'll also catch you up on the history of American harness racing, and we'll get you up close and personal with a mic'd-up harness driver during a race. Those stories and some of the best harness racing in the world from Harris, Philadelphia, and the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono is next, all on PA Harness Week. For our headlines this week, let's take a look at what happened at the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono. It was on Tuesday, July 21st. In race 11, we've got one of the track's leading drivers, Anthony Napolitano, hitting a big milestone.
Top of the stretch, Winning Words trying to take that lead away from Rodeo Beach, and now Espresso Martini looking to kick off that cover on the inside. Get Go is coming through fast, but Winning Words is still right there. Winning Words, Anthony Napolitano, 3,000 wins. Winning Words.
Congratulations, Anthony Napolitano, on notching your 3,000th career victory on Winning Words in 153 and 4, and that's actually a new lifetime mark for her. Oh, in case you're wondering, yes, Anthony is the brother of George Napolitano Jr., and Anthony is one of the most sought-after catch drivers at the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono. So, way to go, Anthony, and wishing you many, many more trips to Victory Lane. And now, in harness racing, of course, the whole goal is to win, all right? Whether you're talking about on the racetrack or at the betting windows. But you need a little help with handicapping. Okay, you have come to the right place. You are in luck, because today we are talking to a couple of the best wager warriors, and that is announcer Mike Bozich and Seth Dowling. They're gonna help us place some bets and read a racing program.
Wager Warriors, we started last year. We went to the tracks to show people how to bet, and we'd hand them out wagering vouchers as we talked to them about the races. This year, though, since we can't go to the track, we're doing it more online, so we have free pass performances on penhorseracing.com. They can go there, and then we're doing a couple Zoom webinars with Mike and Mike that help them explain a little bit about how to bet, but do it on Facebook where people can still follow along.
Sounds very educational. How are you guys doing outreach? What are some of the tools you're using to get people interested in harness racing?
On Facebook and Twitter mainly, and then we have the free pass performances, and that gives everybody the free information they need. We have those on the website, and also on the website there is a section that it shows you how to read the program. You can hover over each individual line in the program, and it tells you what that is.
Fan education, in my opinion, is very important for the overall health of the sport of harness racing. Basically, I think what people can expect is we're going to have fun. They can expect to learn a lot about the business, a lot about wagering, how to wager, what to look for as far as handicapping horses are concerned. So hey, if we can have fun and teach people to make a little bit of money, that's a great thing.
What kind of response have you gotten from the harness racing community as you guys have started to advertise this program?
Well, so far it's been very, very good. And the good thing about it is we've heard from beginners as well as seasoned players. So there's something in it for everyone. So if you're a beginner, don't be intimidated. If you're a seasoned player, don't think it's going to be totally for beginners. It's just a happy mix of everything. We've gotten such a great response.
For our blast from the past this week, we're doing things a little bit differently. Instead of a historic race, we're going to have a history lesson. But everybody can just sit back and relax, because you don't even have to crack open a book.
Harness racing grew up with America, dependent on the horse as the linchpin of exploration, transportation, defense, and commerce. 150 years ago, when almost everyone had a horse, harness racing started as a friendly competition on country roads and city streets to see who had the fastest horse. Many towns had a race street where friendly competition was keen. Driving clubs were formed to organize races at local parks, and harness racing was a staple of county fair entertainment. The same horse that was used for harness racing brought families to church, goods to market, and cleared land for planting. In the mid-1800s, a registry was formed, and any horse who could meet a time standard for trotting or pacing a mile could be registered. Thus, the term standardbred was coined. Today's harness racing horses trace their ancestry back to Hambletonian, father of 1,300 standardbreds and namesake of the classic trotting race. For the first several decades of the 1900s, harness racing flourished in small-town America, with racing most often found at county fairs and short meets near big cities, where differences of opinions made for a brisk betting business. After World War II, the world changed and racing changed along with it. With no war to fight, iron and steel and labor were available to build large, permanent grandstands. Americans had more leisure time and money to spend having fun. Harness racing under the lights moved to the big cities and offered affordable evening entertainment close to home for millions. Today, harness racing is found from California to Maine, from upstate New York to Florida. Racing fans can indulge their pleasure in South America, Europe, and on the other side of the world in Australia and New Zealand. A difference of opinion in any language will always make for a horse race.
Such interesting stuff. Every week I learned something more about why harness racing is so cool. Now, after that history lesson, we might all be ready for a little break, so we are going to throw the brakes on. But when we come back, we have got the best racing action from 2020 from both right here at Harrah's Philadelphia and from the Poconos. It is fast, it is furious, and it is not worth touching that remote.
Crystal Fashion moves up to within 2 for Stratton.
At Mohegan Sun Pocono, the colors shine a little brighter. The meals are just a little tastier, and the slots a little hotter. When you're here with great friends, the good times seem to last a little longer, and you just may feel a little luckier. Best of all, it's all a little closer, so you can shine on anytime you like. Shine on, Mohegan Sun Pocono.
Pennsylvania is sort of the pinnacle of standardbred breeding. The best stallions stand in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania has what I consider to be the premier racing and breeding program in North America. Pennsylvania breds are worth a lot of money compared to other states because of the races they can be in.
Many farms have moved into the state because of our program here.
This is the creme de la creme, where the top horses are being bred and being raised.
Welcome back to PA Harness Week. We are at Harrah's Philadelphia, and it is the part of the show where we finally show you the action from the track. We're heading up to Luzerne County. We'll show you our race of the week now from the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono. This one is race number 10 from Saturday, July 18th. It's a featured trot promising a purse of $17,200. In this one, it is number 1, Crystal Fashion. That is the 3 to 5 favorite and the classiest in the field with over $1.7 million in the bank. Number 2, Rich and Miserable. This is the winner of the top trot here, just a couple starts back.
Pat Matters on top, 3/4, 123 3, 27 even on the back stretch. Pat Matters doing all she can to try to fend off Crystal Fashion. Lord Cromwell remains right behind in the pocket. Rich and Miserable still 3 back and forth, but coming on slightly. Top of the stretch, Pat Matters feeling the heat now from Crystal Fashion, who pulls up even. Inside opens up for Lord Cromwell. It's Crystal Fashion taking the late lead. Lord Cromwell gets through at the pylons. Crystal Fashion, Crystal Fashion.
Thank you so much for that call, Jim Baviglia, as we see Crystal Fashion get away 4th and then make a brave move to end up winning in 151-4. The 5-year-old millionaire was driven by Jordan Stratton, and you may remember that Crystal Fashion was the 2018 Earl Beale Memorial Champion, trained by Jim Campbell. Lord Cromwell was 2nd, and Rich and Miserable took 3rd.
Well, let's stay at the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono. We're going to take you to Sunday night for some PA All-Star action. We will cover 4 divisions, all with a purse of 30 grand. Let's start with race number 5. This is division 3 of 4. It is number 5, Ineffable. That's the even money bettor's choice, with number 7, Flawless Country, at odds of 9 to 5.
Lead a half length for Ineffable, 3/4, 127 2, 29-1, third panel. Ineffable, the lead just ahead now as Flawless Country continues to march for Swanstedt. It's 3 back on the outside third, Fortitude Fashion as Keystone Barracuda drops back 4th. Top of the stretch, looking like a showdown now between Ineffable and Flawless Country. Ineffable slight lead, Flawless Country not giving in on the outside. Ineffable, Flawless Country, these two in Thunderdome. Ineffable slight lead, Flawless Country at the line, and you've got a photo.
The royally bred Ineffable. She is the daughter of Cantab Hall, out of the world champion Jolene. She gets her first win, and she is the fastest of the 4 PA All-Stars on this evening. She wins in 1:56 with Brian Sears driving. She was a $600,000 yearling, and she is trained by Marcus Melander. Flawless Country was second, and the show money went to Trent.
Well, let's stay with more PA All-Stars action. This one is race number 3, Division 1 out of 4. Maserati, the daughter of Cantab Hall, out of MCNAIR, falls for you. Got a great trip and made a move down the stretch to pick up the win. Does it in 1:57.1. Tim Tetrick drove the 3 to 5 better choice for trainer Lucas Wallen. Second was My Rihanna, and Pantera came in the number 3 spot.
Now let's check out race 4, the second division of 4, and that was Pub Crawl, who is appropriately named since her sire is a bar hopping. Well, she made an early move to the front, stayed there for her 1:56.4 victory. This filly was the favorite in the race, driven by Andy Miller for his wife trainer Julie Miller, and Dee Dee's Diamond was second. Third went to Derailed Hanover, and I'm gonna take you right into that final PA All-Stars event. It was race 10, and the rain came down later in the card, so then the track became sloppy with this race. But it was the 1 to 5 favorite Instaglam who posed for a picture with a 1:56.2 win. The daughter of Father Patrick is trained by Nancy Tactor, driven by Yannick Gingras. Second was Evening Stroll, and third went to Ixia Makalata.
And now we'll give you some weekday action from the Poconos. This one from Monday, July 20th. It is race number 10, featuring a group of 9 pacers. It is the 9-horse Attaboy Dan, who's a very familiar face in P8 racing, and he's the one to watch at odds of 3 to 2.
For the moment, it's 9 ways, but on the outside, Attaboy Dan drawing a beat on him now. Pocket seat for Summerside has to hope his cover on the inside doesn't falter there. A length and a half back to 4th and Drunk on Your Love, followed by Yupper. A gap to Stormont Czar. Take It Back Terry is 7th and not yet firing. Then, needless to say, Black Light at the back. 9 ways trying to hold off Attaboy Dan, who takes a slight lead on the outside at 3/4 in 1:22 and 3. 27 and 3/3 panel fractions have been quick all the way. Attaboy Dan, slight edge over 9 ways. Second over Summerside has dropped about 2.5 back. Late kick from Stormont Czar. Top of the stretch, Attaboy Dan takes a clear lead now on 9 ways.
A big congratulations goes out to Attaboy Dan, who is harness racing's newest millionaire. Now, his name may sound familiar, and that is because he was the 2019 Horse of the Year at the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono. Also in 2019, with 19 wins, he was the winningest harness horse in all of the United States. Congratulations again to him, George Napolitano, who actually had 5 wins on this card. He drove the 11-year-old for trainer Pete Pellegrino.
Well, we do need to take another quick break, but when we come back, we have got some more action to show you on the track. We've got racing from right here at Harrah's, Philadelphia, where you'll see a world champion. Then you'll see and hear a race up close and personal. We've got a harness driver who is happy to finally make it to victory lane while wearing a microphone. That and more next on PA Harness Week.
Hi. Yes.
In the world of standard bred racing, only one name is synonymous with this kind of success, this kind of history, this kind of greatness, this kind of legacy, and this kind of unparalleled promise for tomorrow. Proud of our past, excited about our future. You know the name, that one name. Hanover, the greatest name in harness racing.
Pennsylvania racing is back, and Wager Warriors wants to see you back in action. That's why each week we're offering a free past performance download for one of Pennsylvania's 6 racetracks. That's right, free PPs for a Pennsylvania track once a week. Get your free past performance download every week by visiting PennHorseRacing.com. Yes, racing is back in Pennsylvania. And if you want all the scoop on what's happening at the tracks, make sure you follow us on social media. It's a winner.
Welcome Welcome back. You are watching PA Harness Week. We are at Harrah's, Philadelphia. Enough of looking at the parking lot. It is time to show you action from Harrah's track. Our race of the week, it is the co-feature Winners Over Pace with a purse of 20 grand. In this one, it is number 2, Mickey G at even money with Jordan Stratton in the bike, and number 7, Highlighter. Last year, he took the fastest mark on a 5/8 mile track of any standard bred in the country.
Here comes Shake That House, though, erupting 3 wide. So it's Highlighter, Shake That House now up the challenge. 3/4 1:21 and 2, and Shake That House takes the lead. Highlighter back to second. Take a dive off deeper, is dropping back sharply. Western Fame's being taken right with him. Art Scene's in between rivals. They straighten away for the stretch drive. Shake That House. Highlighter is Ultra Game up the inside. Can you believe he's battling back? Highlighter inside. Shake That House outside. On the far outside, Mickey G. Highlighter, are you kidding me?
Announcer Mike Bozich asks, "Are you kidding me?" And that's exactly what I was thinking. Highlighter, he is parked the entire mile, and he still gets the job done in 1:49 and 4 for trainer Jenny Beer. Shake the House took the place money. Betcher's Brook was third, and I mean, still going back to that Highlighter race, I cannot believe how extraordinary it was. So we got a chance to talk with driver Rick Still about his feelings.
Rick, I'm not speechless very often, but Highlighter, I'm not even sure what to say. Wow.
I kind of feel the same way. He does that from time to time. I've come off the track several times and told Jenny, wow. That's all I can say too sometimes.
Tell me about that race, though. It's certainly not the way you expected it to go.
No, it didn't work out. I was trying to step off the car to get away as close as I could, and Simon had a horse in between us he was having trouble with. I was 3 deep to the 8th pole, and when I finally tried to get to the lead, George had his hands full, and I couldn't make the front. And at that point, it was just all him. I mean, he just gutted it out. But no, that wasn't the trip we expected.
He is the fastest on a 5/8 mile track in 2019. Again, he's proving himself. Tell me just a little bit about him. Oh, he's so gutsy. What's he like in the barn?
He's awesome. He's a stud horse, and the only time he really gets a little studdy is when when he's coming in or when he's leaving the racetrack. Kind of let you know I'm here, and then gets his work done, and then he leaves and says, okay, I did it. Now I'm on my way out. So, but in the barn, he's perfect. Great to work on. I sit behind him every day. He's just a pleasure to be around, and again, it's been a dream come true for me to drive a horse like him. So.
For our new racing fans, let's learn a little bit about Rick Still. Tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm a Maryland guy. I grew up, born and raised in Maryland, and my parents used to take me to the track quite a bit when I was young, and met a trainer driver when I was a kid at 11 years old, and kind of got me into the business. And school, right out of school, I bought my own horse and been doing it ever since. So I love it.
Thanks for that, Rick. We will stay again at Harrah's, Philadelphia. Take a look at race number 11 from that day. You're looking at a group of conditioned pacers squaring off for a purse of $11,600. In this one, number 7, Tiger Thompson getting the most support, and it's number 3, Lucan Hanover, who's made it to victory lane in his last 2 starts.
They make their way around the final turn is Ferdinand. 3/4 123 and 1. Right back to the outside, Lucan Hanover. Ideal Cowboys under a heavy drive. Tiger Thompson saves ground. Dealer's table is leveled off. Also saving ground, Ferdinand. They straighten away for the stretch drive. On the inside, Ideal Cowboy. On the outside, looking him right in the eye, trying to get past is Lucan Hanover. On the far outside, Sunfire Blue Chip is rumbling up there. Sunfire Blue Chip, Lucan Hanover. Lucan Hanover, Sunfire Blue Chip. Lucan Hanover holds.
The old guys really showed the youngsters how it's done in this race. First of all, we have Lucan Hanover, who is a 10-year-old millionaire. And a world champion, let me say. Lucan Hanover, he is a familiar face in this sport. He wins in 152 and 2, and George Napolitano is in the bike for trainer Eric L. But then, finishing second, we have Sunfire Blue Chip, also 10 years old, also a millionaire, and he was just a neck back. So Lucan Hanover, Sunfire Blue Chip, they are just the perfect testimony of a wonderful, awesome standardbred and their longevity.
Have you ever thought to yourself, what would it actually be like to drive one of these horses while they're crossing that wire? Well, lucky for you, we have leading driver Doug McNair, who's driving number 8 Sylph Hanover in this one. Compliments of Woodbine's Mohawk Park in Canada. Doug gets you right into the action of driving a harness horse. So take a look, and better yet, take a listen.
don't want to come first over too early if I don't have to. Feels pretty good. We got a good shot. She stays pacing. See what she has here. Hi. Yes. Hi. Yes. Hi. Now we just do what James says. Just lean back, look pretty, get our picture taken. Curse is finally over with the microphone. Told him last time I didn't want to use it anymore because I couldn't win with it. I don't know if that was a good drive or just a good horse.
Wow, that really makes me want to take Irv Miller up on his offer on our farm tour to get in the bike and have him spin me around the track a couple of times.
Yeah, it's amazing. I've trained horses, but I've never actually driven a horse. That's okay though, because I'll just live vicariously through Doug, because I believe if you go on YouTube, there's all kinds of videos that, you know, of drivers mic'd up, and Doug's are incredibly awesome.
It's the part of the show where we try to make you think a little bit, and Heather, you have a question for us, eh?
Yes! All right, so we just saw Doug McNair in Canada. So here's my question. Name the driver who happens to be Canadian in 5 Hall of Fames, okay? It's probably not who you're thinking, I'm just saying, but I'm so excited to give the answer.
Well, first, before you do that, let's take a quick break. But when we come back, we'll get that answer. We'll show you a 50-1 upset. But who was it that nudged out last year's Horse of the Year, Char 10, plus an unbelievable battle in the prestigious Meadowlands Pace? So we will be right back.
Poppy Rob Hanover in front, but here is Allywag Hanover's slingshots off cover.
At Mohegan Sun Pocono, the colors shine a little brighter. The meals are just a little tastier, and the slots a little hotter. When you're here with great friends, the good times seem to last a little longer, and you just may feel a little luckier. Best of all, it's all a little closer, so you can shine on anytime you like. Shine on, Mohegan Sun Pocono.
Welcome back to PA Harness Week. Before our break, Heather wanted to know which Canadian was in 5 Hall of Fames. Heather?
It is Wally Hennessey with over 10,500 wins. Wally is in the United States Harness Racing Hall of Fame, the Canadian Horse Racing Hall of Fame, a Hall of Fame in Prince Edward Island, a Hall of Fame in New York, and a Hall of Fame in Florida. Wally's one of my favorite drivers because, of course, he drove the incredible Moneymaker. Ah, I love her so much. A lot of you out there were probably thinking that it was John Campbell, but I'm telling you, I Googled the mess out of that, and I could not find John Campbell in 5 Hall of Fames. But hey, if I'm wrong, feel free to go on our social medias and let me know a little something. I'm not a walking encyclopedia, you know.
Well, that all sounds pretty impressive, and now it's time to take a look at the Meadowlands Pace from New Jersey. Let's take a look at this race for 3-year-old pacers. This one is from Saturday, July 18th. It is race number 9. The purse, get this, $600,000. Now, number 5, Tall Dark Stranger. Who doesn't love a Tall Dark Stranger worth over $500,000? He was voted last year's top freshman colt. It is number 9, Poppy Rob Hanover. That's another major force in this Glamour Boy division.
Poppy Rob Hanover in front, but here is Allywag Hanover's slingshots off cover. Tall Dark Stranger battling back on the inside, then Manticore in deep stretch. Poppy Rob Hanover battling back. Tall Dark Stranger had more. Tall Dark Stranger in the Meadowlands Pace.
I'm totally thinking Tall Dark Stranger is beat, and I'm pretty sure that Yannick Gingras, the driver, also thought so, but Tall Dark Stranger, he comes back. It is an unbelievable comeback. He wins in 147-2. I get crazy just thinking about watching that stretch drive because I was there in person.
Our OM OMG moment of the week also comes from Saturday at the Meadowlands. 6 figures on the line in this edition of the Dorothy Houghton. We've got open pacing mares. It is number 2, Chart 10, the 2019 Horse of the Year and favorite. The second choice in here is number 4, another world champion, an award-winning mare that is kissing in the sand.
Major Occasion squeezing on through at late pace, and Soho Burning Love right there on the outside. Sharton put to the test. Major Occasion looking for a huge upset. Major Occasion 50-1 with Dexter Dunn.
Major Occasion pays over $100 to win. So congratulations to Dexter Dunn. He is the winning driver, and Nifty Norman, who is the winning trainer. The 6-year-old, just 148-1, a phenomenal mile. Sharton was a neck back. Soho Burning Love was 3rd. We just saw some racing up the road in New Jersey. Now we're gonna kick it back to PA and get the live racing 411. So we'll start with the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono. Live racing schedule is Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday. The post time's 12:30 p.m. Sunday post time's 5 p.m. And then for Harrah's Philadelphia, the live racing schedule is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, post time 12:25 p.m. The Sunday post time is 12:40 p.m. And I just want to remind everyone, although the fans can't go out on the fence or be in the stands, the fans can wager in the simulcasting rooms at these facilities. So come on out and join us.
But if you do want to continue being a wager warrior from your couch in the comfort of your own home, you can still bet online if you'd like to do that. For Harrah's, the site is pabets.tvg.com. And for the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono, the site is ibetmohegan.com. Let's talk about what is trending in the horse world. So unfortunately, the coronavirus is still affecting a lot of us on a pretty daily basis.
Yes, you know, and everyone, when they're out in public and they're not social distancing, make sure you wear your mask. A lot of people have questions about this. This is why I've got this meme, okay? This is how you wear a mask. And shouldn't a horse be the one to show everyone? It's not a chin guard, okay? It's not a hat. It's not just covering your mouth. Cover everything like this horse shows in this meme, okay? Do the right thing, people. Wear your mask properly.
And that is why we are in the parking lot. We can't wear our masks to go inside. And things are evolving every week, and we'll see what the show looks like next week. But until then, you can always give us a shout on social media. You can find Heather and I on our Facebook at Harness Week and on Twitter at PA Harness Week. If you missed anything in our action-packed episode, be sure to catch up on YouTube. You can watch our episode from this week as well as all of our previous content. Until then, have a safe week. I'm Britt Purdy and Heather Vitale. See you next week on PA Harness Week.